Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the amazing stream presented by Liquid 5 eSports, and this is gonna be the final and day two. Talking about the map, well, the map is totally represented in front of you all, and the map is of Erangel. Without wasting any time, we will directly move towards the fly path, and there you go. This is a very exciting fly path to watch out, starting from those eastern parts of the region, ending towards those western part of the region. A perfect horizontal fly path, cutting the map into those 15 to 50 ratio, and the maximum drop clashes I think could be seen on those toward Pochinki, Melta Power, Ferry Pier, Sonskova military base. If we talk about some major areas where we could see some major drop clashes, where it could be Rozhok, Yasna Polyana as well. Let's see what will be team circumstances, how will they play, what will be their approaches. It's not going to be that much easy. It's not going to be that much up flowing onto the other end as well. But moving towards Livpoka, well, this is a very decent region to move forward with. MEOW Fluffy, MEOW Bunny, and Luna. Well, all of these are four men standing with those 0 finishes point into their favor. They are almost on top 18 teams, top 69 alive players. 12 and a half, I'm sorry, 1.5 minutes is almost over. But what we talk about the drop clash, well, team I8, this team is totally ready to take that drop clash right now, right here. 4 men standing. They haven't secured any finish point yet. They are almost on top 18 teams, top 69 players, moving with that great enthusiasm, moving with that great approach onto their side. 1.5 minutes is almost over. Talking about the southern parts of the region, MST, Newsberry, as well as Hazel, Shazdi, and NXUberry. Well, all of them 4 men standing teams are also surviving right now. They haven't secured any finish point, but they're totally ready to give their 100% onto this fight. To get those momentum and confidence out of the first match itself. The grenade is pinned out by Berry. She is still trying to spot the areas. She is still trying to spot the region that where the enemies are moving around, but it's not going to be that easy. Similarly, if we talk about some other drop clash, talking about Rozhok region, well, we could see Liquid eSports, Sunshine, Fury, Catalan, MEOW. Well, they're almost 4 men standing. They have also not secured any finish point yet. Talking about the eastern parts of the region, MEOW, Luna, as well as Fluffy, Baby, Bunny. Well, they are 4 men standing. They haven't secured any finish point, moving with that same intent, moving with that same approach. Talking about I8, Omania, talking about Star Kid, as well as Bisana. Well, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 18 teams, top 67 alive players. The momentum is pretty good to move forward with. Talking about team number 19, looking in a great hole, looking in a great approach to move forward. It's Kurapika, Hard Luck, and Rahofa. Well, they all are 4 men standing with those 2 finishes point into their favor, moving with that MP45. Hard Luck, well, she actually needs to work very hard right now, because the position of the opponent is not looking that good, and Hazel, now being that solo player standing for the team, the only and last option left for her is to leave the fight, to compensate and to fall back and get some more position point for the team. Talking about Livpoka region, well, usually it is a very silent region to move forward with, but now it's looking very much hectic and very much challenging for each and every team. MEOW, Baby, Fluffy, and Luna. Well, these are the 4 men standing team with those 0 finishes point into their favor, and they are almost on top 18 teams, top 65 players as well. But immensely we could see those zone shrinking by the players. They're looking under pressure. It's usually when you get the pressure of finals, becomes very much challenging for each and every team, becomes challenging for each and every individual as well. But what we talk about Liquid eSports, well, MEOW, Catalan, Fury, Sunshine, last day was not that much good for the team, but today they'll try their level best to get a better comeback out of this, to get a better, I think, match, as well as if we talk about the first match, to get the best first match out of the game. But talking about MEOW, Luna, Baby, Fluffy, and Luna, well, they come to one-on-one scenario. Microzy, well, this is a lethal weapon to move forward with. Finally, the reload has been done. Going for the second one, some amazing, I think, grenade are being also been used. Baby and Bunny have been taken down, and instant revival could be an option. Luna, I think, there's some issue of glitches of game, or some issues in the movement I think the reload of UZ is very much required right now. 25 bullets is still remaining down, going for the second one. She's holding that TPP angle, not having any first aid or any bandages. Painkiller will cost her a lot. I think overcommitment is always a difficult scenario to move forward with, but 18 teams, 61 players. Fluffy, the Lone Ranger, Fluffy, the last man surviving for the team. Let's see how will she perform right now. What will be their holdings? I8, Star Kid, as well as Boomania, as well as Bisana. All of them are 3 men standing with those 3 finishes point into the favor. They are almost on top 18 teams, top 61 alive players. Let's see how will they perform out. Let's see what will be the circumstances. Fluffy is still waiting on the last first aid is popped out right now, and the game from here to the end will be very much difficult for her. Well, on to the other end, what we talk about the northern parts of the region. Talking about the northern parts of the region, this also looks very much challenging. Nisa, Nelly, and Ndiwala, well, all of them are 3 men standing with those 1 finish point into their favor. Talking about the zone central parts of the region, Rozok is also looking very much chaotic. MEOW, Catalan, Fury, and Sunshine, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They are almost on top 17 teams, the top 60 alive players. 6.5 minutes is almost getting over. We're talking about Team S2, Freya, Virtue, and Nifora. Well, they are 4 men standing as well with those 0 finishes point. Let's see how will they perform out, what will be their resulting action. Humble, Megumu, Sophia, Kiki, Reds, they're still trying to get some more initiated fights, and finally the blind portion is done by team number 21, and I don't think they were that much sure about this fight. The disengagement is also done very much instantly, and finally they're disengaging the fight, trying to escape from here and trying to indulge themselves more in the game apart from the fights. But not talking about the other teams, talking about the other players, what we talk about Stalver. Well, Stalver is also a pretty good region to move forward. Team number 21, 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point into the favor. They are almost on top 17 teams, top 60 alive players into the region. Talking about the southern parts of the region, Team Play Soy, as well as Team Joy Clean, Mafias, and They Soy, all of them are 4 men standing. They haven't secured any finish point yet. They're almost on top 17 teams, top 60 alive players. 7.5 minutes is almost over. What we talk about the zone shrink, what we talk about the zone progression, I think this could be also very much difficult for the team. Ari, Sonia, Maya, Laral, as well as Logiko, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point into their favor, and they're almost on top 17 teams. So yeah, pretty much good start is given by each and every player. And Team Ari, yesterday day was not that good for the team, but they'll try today's day. They'll try some new things, they'll experience some new things, they'll explode. Their expectation will be different from the day, from each and every match, but coming back, making a comeback becomes very much more difficult. Talking about Liquid 5 eSports, they're also looking in a very good hold. They're also looking in a very good enthusiasm for the game, for today's day as well. But before that, guys, I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream as well with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support. Our like target for the day will be of 20 likes, so go, please do hit that like button, subscribe this channel. Talking about team number 10, they're also looking in a very great hold. They're also looking in a very great progression to move forward with Logika, Sonia, Rival, CHI. They're still waiting on, they're still moving on. Talking about the southwestern parts of the region, well, this region is also looking very much clusterifying. This region is also looking very much challenging. Logiko is still moving forward. Play Soy, well, she's also down the line. Daisy, Mafias, and Joy Clean are still waiting on. 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 17 teams, top 59 alive players. And Rozok, well, this is still a region to worry out. Almost 3 to 4 teams are around Rozok, trying to get those finishes point, trying to get those contribution right now on right point. But on to the other end, what we talk about Liquid 5 eSports, they're looking very much aggressive, very much progressive in this match, very much, I think, lethal to get those finishes point. And I don't think it's going to be that much easy for any team to survive those back-to-back fights in any point of the time, especially in the game of final, where this is the day 2, the deciding one. You should get a comeback or you should play more lethally. this becomes an option. But 9 to 10 minutes is almost over. 17 teams, 59 players are still standing out down the line, but the cluster is still behind those Rozok City. I think guys, there are some technical glitches or technical issue down the line. I don't know what's happening. There's some hyping issue as well, but we'll try to fix it out as fast as possible. Talking about team number 10, they are ready to take those fight. They are ready to take those aggression and take those progression onto the right type, onto the right time. But before this, I would also love to see that each and everyone is supporting us, hitting that like button, subscribing the channel, sharing the stream. Talking about Sunshine, well, the name is pretty much good, but will she able to get that Sunshine for the team itself? This is also very important word to note out. But talking about the zone shrink, well, zone is totally shifted toward those northwestern parts. Shooting range is a pretty difficult region to move forward with. Talking about those eastern parts of the region, well, I Bastard, Bamia and Besana, Stargate, all of them are 3-man standing with those 4 finishes pointed to the favor, looking in a great progressive hold, great progressive approach to move forward with team number 9. They're also 3-man standing with those 1 finishes point. They're almost on top 16 teams, top 58 alive players. Talking about Ellen Divala, M416 in her hand, moving phenomenal against team IHC. Well, IHC played phenomenally yesterday, and I think they would be coming back with the same confidence and same momentum in today's match as well. But talking about the opponents, well, Nalla has been taken down for the time being. In front of them, it's team LN. They're playing a 3-man standing. They have almost played a yesterday match with those 1-man disadvantage, and they're continuing today with the same confidence. But right now, what we talk about the rotation clashes, and it could be totally seen by team IHC. They are 4-man standing. They have 1 finish point, and a lot of confidence could be seen. Team LN, the players are looking in a great hold. Talking about the eastern parts of the region, IBS, Starkid, Haina and Sana, well, they are also 3-man standing with those 4 finishes point, and some external sprays are being also done. 16 teams, 55 remaining players, 4 finishes point has been already secured by team IAT. And now the question is that how will they maximize those finishes point? How will they maintain those finishes point throughout the game? Because it becomes very much difficult for a particular team or a particular a player to get those back-to-back finishes point, and a source of responsibility also gets hiked up on the players and on the teams as well. But for the now time being, 16 teams, 54 players are still surviving. Talking about team number 15, BV1 tap, she is still waiting on with those 1 finish point. And there you go, Bumana onto the other end, getting those finishes point into the right point, right favor. I think this could be very much difficult. 12 and a half minutes is almost over. 2 finishes point have been secured. AB45, some amazing sprays have been done. And there you go, what we talk about the consistency, and the consistency is totally shown by the team. Talking about the southern parts of the region, S2I, Virtue, Elise, Nefora and Freya, all of them are 4-man standing. They are playing very slowly, they are playing very steadily. Some silent approaches are being done right now, and there are a lot of technical issues as well. I think the hyping issues and other issues are tackling a lot, are challenging a lot. Let's see how will this get solved out, and what will be the issue. Okay, just a second guys, I'll check it out. Just a second guys, I'll check the VPN. Just give me a second. Okay guys, so coming back to the match and solving the technical issues and glitches, almost 15 minutes is over, and if we talk about the next zone formation, it's gonna be very much difficult and very much challenging for the team. Talking about the southern parts of the region, it's NL Mona as well as Jay-Z, Luna and Vitamin. Well, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes pointed to their favor. 13 teams, so 40 players are still surviving right now. Talking about Team NL, they're moving with that same intent. They're moving with that same progression. Vitamin and Mona, well, all of them are the 3 men standing with those 0 finishes point. Let's see how will they perform out and what will be the results. But Liquid 5 eSports, they haven't got any finish point yet, and this is quite surprising because if we talk about the last day, that was totally phenomenal for this team, and I was expecting a lot more today as well, to continue the same, I think, progression, to continue the same, continuity and the same momentum throughout the game, which was yesterday, in the yesterday matches. But what we talk about Liquid 5 eSports, I think they are playing very slowly, they are playing very stately, calmly, in a composed manner. Talking about team number 19, they're also 3 men strong with those 9 finishes pointed to their favor. 11 teams, 33 players are still surviving down. 17 and a half minutes is almost over, which is a pretty good, decent time to watch out. In front of them, it's team number 15. They still need to go inside the zone, they still need to travel inside the zone, which could be very much devastating, which could be very much challenging for each and every player. Let's see how will they tackle this situation down. But in front of them, what we talk about, BV Yagi as well as Dinosaur, BV One Tap and BV XQ, they're still waiting on some amazing grenade could be done. And in front of them, it's team number 8, looking in a great hole, looking in a great progression to maintain out. Team IHC, they have lost 2 players, last 2 players starting. The revival is done very much instantly. Mikasa holding that area of a tree, area of a cover of a tree, but Liquid 5 eSports, they have secured 2 finishes point very slowly, very steadily. Still the question is that how will they maintain the same progression, how will they maintain the same hold and example throughout the game. Talking about the southern parts of the region, Mona, Vitamin and Luna are still surviving, 3 men standing with those 3 finishes point. 10 teams, 30 players are still standing down the ground. What we talk about the southwestern parts of the region, this is also looking very much chaotic and very much difficult. In front of them, it's team number 6. Some amazing grenade on point could change the angle, could change the overall view of the particular game, but it's not going to be that much easy. It's not going to be that much professionalism as well. And again, some difficulties are being put forward. I think some technical issues have been done. I don't know what's going on in the game. It's really very much fluctuating. I think the VPN is really very much fluctuating. But 18 and a half minutes is almost over. In front of them, it's team number 8, looking in a great hole, looking in a great progression to move forward with 10 teams. 26 players are still surviving down. 90 to 20 minutes is almost over, which is a pretty good time to move forward with. But there's some issue, guys. Just give me one more second. Just give me one more seconds. I'll check it out what's happening actually. Just give me 1 second. Well, I think there are some fluctuating issues in VPN and I don't know what's happening right now. But coming back to the match, Liquid 5 eSports was very strong yesterday, and now today I don't think they're looking that much strong. Some amazing sprays are being done by Catalan. There was a drop shot which was very much early. I was not expecting this level of elimination. I was expecting a lot more from them. But talking about Zana having a Kim in hand, the support player KWT is still surviving down the line. Last 2 players standing with those 1 finishes point. Not at a good start nor a good ending as well. But what we talk about the southern parts of the region, this is also region to worry out. 5 teams, 50 players. Team number 12 is also here with those 6 finishes point and 4 men standing into their favor. Well, this is what we were talking about. This is what we were waiting for. If we talk about the western parts of the region, PVXQ, One Tap, Ronzer and Yagi are still waiting on 4 men standing standing with those 9 finishes point in their favor. They're almost on top 5 teams, top 15 alive players, and this is what we were talking about. The conclusion is very much clear. 5 team, 15 players, and from each team we can see there are 3 players surviving right now. This is totally very much phenomenal and very much challenging for each and every team, because each and every team is coming here with those man advantages, and this could be a problematic scenario for every team, that how would they play or what will be their progression to move forward with. Talking about the northern parts of the region, this is also looking very much challenging and very much crucial for the team. 4 teams, 13 players. Team 4L moving with that AKM, and finally she was expecting a pick out of there, but no, it's going towards totally against the team and totally against towards her. Talking about Serena, well, Serena's used GG and LF, so well, all of them are 3 men standing with those 7 finishes point. Talking about the southern parts of the region, S2G, they were 4 men strong right now. If I'm not wrong, S2G, Renata 444, she's been taken down, and Penya MVP, she's barely surviving on those 10 HP. She's having no first aids, no bandage, no painkiller, and 1 Molotov. I think this will totally change the game. Last 2 players standing, Elena and Bonnie. They are hiding down the bushes. They're hiding behind the bushes, and let's see for how much longer time, for how much longer period she could hide around those bushes. But talking about team number 15, they are 4 men standing with those 11 finishes point, almost on top 3 teams, top 9 alive players. 22 to 23 minutes is almost over. Penny Real MVP is moving on. Bonnie is still waiting on. It's looking like a 3v3 scenario, but still the question is that which team will get that winner chicken dinner, because it's not going to be that much easy for any one of the team. That which team will get that chicken dinner going to be very much challenging, going to be very much crucial for each and every team. But similarly, on to the other end, if we talk about the northwestern parts of the region, team number 15 looking in a great hold, looking in a great upgrade to move forward with, and finally trying to get some more finishes point. Last 2 teams, last 7 alive players are here right now. BV1 Tap and BV Yagi. Well, these are the 2 players standing right now with those 6 finishes point, and I don't think it's going to be that much crucial. Yagi, the last player standing, the Lone Ranger, finally she'll be get eliminated, and the result of team S2G with those 10 finishes point, they'll get a very close set chicken dinner into their favor. But the second position will be acquired by team BV with almost a good number of finishes point. If we talk about finishes point, it's almost a target of 15, and a third position is secured by team FS with those 8 finishes point into their favor. So the game was totally phenomenal to move forward with. But this is not it, guys. This is the first match of the day. We'll take a short break. We'll meet after a short break with the second match of the day. Till then, stay tuned and keep supporting us. Okay, so well, ladies and gentlemen, finally, I welcome you all to the second match, and I'm really sorry, guys. VPN issues. There are a lot of VPN issues. I don't know what's happening. The game is taking reload back and back, back and back. But talking about Team MST, well, they have started very much phenomenally with those two finishes. But the most negative part of the game is that they've also lost those two players. So I'm sorry, they have lost the one player. So this also could be very much disturbing and challenging for the team. But finally, the finishers point have been increased, and total of 4 finishers point has been secured by the team. 17 teams, 66 players are standing right now. Talking about Picado, well, this is also a region to worry out, where 17 teams are overall standing in this game. And if we talk about the Picado, almost 4 to 5 teams are there in the Picado itself. So it's become very much challenging, very much crucial for each and every player. Talking about Team IAT, well, Luna, Starkid, and Sana, and if I'm not wrong, it's Maima. Well, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point in their favor. They're almost on top 17 teams, top 66 live players. Similarly, talking about those northern parts of the region, well, team number 5, they're also 3 men standing with those 0 finishes point, and the game is going on very slow and steady approach for the time being. 17 teams, 66 players, and what I can see, I think this slow phase of the game will challenge a lot of teams, will challenge a lot of individual, lot of players throughout the result. When we'll take the results at those end zone, I think the overall challenges will be very much high, and we could see a lot of roller coaster ride throughout the game. Well, guys, I was checking the stream. I hope is everything going all right or not. If everything's all right, please do give a thumbs up. If everything is not right, please do give a thumbs down. But similarly, if we talk about the another drop clash as well, northern parts is also looking very much crucial to watch out. Northern parts is also looking very much challenging by the teams, very much crucial by the players, and let's see how will they move forward, what will be their results, because it's not going to be that much easy for any one of the team. But you talk about Picardo. Well, Picardo is the region to worry out. Picardo is obviously a challenging region to move forward with, but in front of them it's already looking like team number 14. They're also looking for men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 17 teams, top 66 live players, and having a great hold, having a great progression throughout the game gives a lot of confidence to each and every player of the team. And let's see what confidence will the teams, what confidence will the players, I think, play off with. It's not going to be that much easy. Similarly, if we talk about team number 17, they're also 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 66 alive players, top 17 teams, and let's see how will the fight engagement take place. If we talk about team I8, Luna, Starkid, Sana, and it's Umainia. Well, these are the 4 players standing, still trying to get the approach, still trying to find a plan. How should they push, or what should be their strategy to get those finishes point? But right now, beneath those things, if we talk about the zone string, well, this is also taking place. NL Luna and as well as Vitamin and Mona, well, all of them are 3 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 17 teams, top 65 alive players. And what we talk about the opponents, well, it's team number 4. They are also looking very much strong, 4 men standing with those 1 finishes point, looking with a great hold, a great progression to start with. And let's see how many finishes point they could gather with the end of the second match. Well, guys, just give me a second. I don't know what's happening. Just give me a second. There are a lot of technical issue going on. Just give me a second, guys. I'll try to solve it as fast as possible. Just give me a second.
Top 66.
Well, coming back to the match, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's happening today to the VPNs and to the servers, but it's not working very fluently. But coming back to team number 17, they're also 4 men strong and trying to initiate fight with team number 14 players. So team number 17, they haven't secured any finish point yet. But talking about the other fights, well, Los Leones is a region where we can see another fight. Team number 11, they're almost 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point into their favor, but they're still trying to create some more finishes point. Talking about team number 10, having those height advantage into their favor will always give them confidence, give them a boost to move forward in this game, to move forward in this match. But still, you don't need those finishes point. You also need those man advantages. You also need those place point to worry out, to make forward with. But the question is that what progression will bring those changes. If we talk about the rotation clashes, well, team IHC is on the road to get inside the zone, to get inside the core region of the zone. so that the upcoming zone also favors the team and also favors the players as well. But right now team IHC, they are 3 men standing with those 0 finishes point and still trying to find the way to get those finishes point and trying to find the way to get those place and position point as well. So basically let's see what will be the results and what will be the momentum. But on to the another end, talking about those northern parts of the region, this region is also looking very much crucial. This region is also looking very much challenging for the team. Tem, Jacqueline, Mafias, Daisy and Pleusa, well, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 17 teams, the top 63 live players. The question is that how will they attain the legacy of those top 5 or top 10 or getting those 10 finishes point in each and every matches. So it's going to be very much crucial and very much challenging for each and every team. Similarly, talking about S2, Virichu, Freya, Nifone and Ellis, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 17 teams. They're almost on top 63 live players. Western parts of the region is still very much crucial. We talk about Bandria, Batigia, Karma and B4 Ara. All of them are still waiting, going with that slow and steady approach from the starting itself, and they are still trying to get those approach onto the right point and the right areas in front of them. Team number 14 looking in a very great hold, looking in a very great progression to move forward with. 12 and a half minutes is almost over. Let's see how will they play off or what will be their results right now. I don't think it's gonna be that much easy, or it's gonna be that much crucial. But talking about the southern parts of the region, this is also very much challenging. This is also very much difficult for each and every team to move forward with. 12 and a half minutes is almost over. Let's see which team will try to initiate those rotation clashes outside of the zone and which team will try to get those rotation clashes inside the zone. This is also very much important to take forward, because you'll get a lot of finishes point, you'll get a lot of third parties as well. So there's a high probability chances that what you choose and what will you go for. Similarly, if we talk about the western parts of the region, Pecado is still a region to worry out. Pecado is still a region to chase out. Let's see what will be their progression, what will be their holdings right now. If we talk about B4 Tiaga, she is holding that EMP45. It is a very phenomenal close range weapon to move forward with. It is a very phenomenal close range area to go on with. But 13 and a half minutes is almost over, which is a pretty good time. But talking about the rotation clashes, finally the rotation clashes in action. Team number 21 looking very strong, 4 men standing. Finally they have almost on the verge to lose 2 players, because Rosex and Bashma, all of those 2 players have been taken down. Tokyo and Mystic are the last 2 players standing with those 0 finishes point for the time being. 14 and a half minutes, which is almost 50% of the second match is over, and the question is that how will they move forward, how will they play off for the another 50%. What will be the result, what will be the roller coaster rides, what will be the path followed by any other player or any other team. You never know what can happen. The table turning performance could be retained by team IHC as well. Let's see what will be the results. But right now team IHC, well, they are 3 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 17 teams. Similarly, talking about team number 15, they're almost looking very close to their enemies. They're almost looking very close to their opponents. But Sky Mistake, he has been taken down. Tokyo, now being that solo player standing, is far away from their teammates, and the split could cause a lot of trouble. The split could cause a lot of challenges. Talking about the southwestern part, well, B4 Dominator, he's also waiting there, he's also holding there, and a good approach and a good hold could be maintained there as well. So let's see what will be their results, what will be their momentum. Right now 17 teams and 56 players are surviving. So the question is that how will team number 8 tackle this situation down, because as you can see, Ritas GG is being that solo player standing for the team, and the question is very much difficult for each player in each team to maintain out the holdings, to maintain out the progression. But Ritas GS, You still need to worry out, you still need to maintain out the same progression. 15 and a half minutes, 16 minutes is almost getting over. But what we talk about the southwestern parts of the region, team number 4 is still waiting down the line. They're still trying to get some more finishers point, get those increment. They're almost secured those 4 finishers point, and another question is going for that, will they able to get those finishers point or place point or both in the game? Because what we talk about the zone formation, a new zone formation has been tackled down towards those southeastern parts of the region, and question is that how will they maintain the progression? Well, in front of them it's almost looking like team number 10. They're also having a good hold, and there you go, a phenomenal spray has been taken down by towards VIP, and finally Sony will take that pick into her favor. The question is that which team will get that top 10 teams position, then top 5, then top 3, and then chicken dinner, because it's a path, it's a very a difficult part to carry on. We see at the time 17 minutes is over, but the pressure on the teams are looking very much difficult and looking very much crucial. 4 finishers point has been secured by team number 4. They're almost 4 men strong. So the number 4 is looking very much lucky for the team, very much lucky for the players. Will they able to gain those 4th position point throughout the match? This also becomes a very much important, but right now 15 teams, 48 players are surviving. 17 and a half minutes is almost over, which is a great time to move forward with. We're talking about team number 10, which is team RE. They're also 4 men standing, but the question is that they haven't secured any one of the finish point in this particular match. Let's see what will be their plans, what will be their strategy. But Liquid eSports, Yashi, Catalin, MEOW and Fury, they are back in action. They have almost secured those 1 finish point and going for a few more. Talking about Ashi holding that great approach, holding those creative flanks will give her a lot of confidence, but getting those opening knocks could give the confidence to team as well. We're talking about those zone central part. Tokyo is that solo player standing inside the zone. In front of him it's the team number 4 looking in a great hold with those 4 finishers point. We are almost on top 12 teams, top 35 alive players. 18 and a half minutes is almost over, which is a pretty gigantic time to take on. Let's see what will be the team's results, what will be the players' result, how will they move forward. But right now what we talk about the southern parts of the region, there you go, team RE looking 4 men standing with those 3 finishers point into their favor. They're almost on top 10 teams, top 29 alive players, and 19 minutes is almost over, which is a great time to take on, which is a great time to move on. But now the question is that how will they get the position inside the zone, because rotation also plays a very vital role. Because if your rotation are not that good, I think you could get caught up, or some sandwich scenarios could also be created. Well, talking about team number 7, they're also looking in a great stance in this particular match. Almost 2 men standing with those 0 finishers point. They have lost those 2 players. So right now, team number 7 is looking very underconfident, but they should be pretty much confident, because the way the time could change at any point of the time. Talking about the teams, talking about the players, 10 teams, 26 players are standing right now. A great hold, great progression could be maintained. Team LN, well, Divala, Nelly, Nisa, and it's Gatyam. All of them are 4 men standing, and finally they have secured those 4 finishers point into their favor, and a correct version of the team is shown being. But if you talk about Sonia, some running space have been taken on the vehicle, and the tracing was very much good, and the tracing was very much phenomenal to move forward with. 20 minutes is almost over. Talking about the southeastern parts of the region, well, MEOW Lina, MEOW Baby, and Bunny, all of them are 3 men standing with those 5 finishers point. They are on top 6 teams, top 18 alive players. Some amazing grenades, some amazing throwables are being used. Talking about team number 10, well, they're also waiting on, they're also holding on, and let's see what will be the results. Let's see what will be the progression as well. But talking about the northeastern parts of the region, this is also a region to worry out. Nezma as well as Zana, There are two men standing and looking like a 2v4 scenario. If we talk about Liquid 5 eSports, they are back in form, they're back in role. 7 finishes point is secured by this team and they're playing totally phenomenal, totally amazingly. Because what we talk about the first match, that was not that good, but we talk about the yesterday's match, they were playing phenomenally, and she is coming with that phenomenal pick with that EMP45, and it is a perfect weapon for the close range, and she is utilizing it up to the mark. But still the question is that she need to get those finishes point, because a knock will not work, or this will be not counted as a point for the team or for herself. But 21 to 22 minutes is almost over. Taking the vehicle, going and taking the position inside the zone is always a pleasure to watch. But right now you could also face some backstabs, you could also face some gatekeeping scenarios. So 20 to 21 minutes is almost over. We're almost on top 5 teams, top 14 alive players, and there you go. Vehicle explosion is also a possibility chance. The vehicle, I think, if it get explodes right now, Visa would be in trouble, but the perfect planning and the perfect execution will always help you. Sometimes the skill set always help you, but they're all almost, if we talk about MEOW, he's also waiting on, he's also moving on. It's Lioral and Sonia and Logica, all of them are 4 men standing with those 7 finishes point, and they're on top 5 teams, top 13 alive players. But the question is that how will they maintain the progression from here? I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream, and do show your support with your friends, do show your supports with your mates, because your supports become very much important and very much crucial for the team. But similarly, 20 to 23 minutes is almost over. We are almost on top 3 teams, top 10 alive players. Some amazing picks have been taken down. Talking about Liquid 5 eSports, they're again on the verge of getting those finishes point. Ashi, I think she'll be the most valuable player of this particular match. Almost she has secured 5 to 6 finishes point into her favor, I think, individually. But the question is that will she able to get that chicken dinner for the team? This is a very important question to note out. But right now Liquid 5 eSports is the only team with 4 players. All of the 4 players is inside the zone, and Ashi, some grenades and some throwables, if they're on point, can change the game. But onto the other end, some amazing counter attack is also being done on Ashi. Total 14 finishes point is secured by team Liquid 5 eSports, and similarly now we are on those top 2 teams, top 7 alive players, and it looks like a 3v4 scenario. Liquid 5 eSports with those 3 men strong, and amazing Molotov on Amia is being done. If this Molotov makes a perfect connection or gets that opening knock, I think team Liquid 5 eSports will take that chance and move forward to get those more finishes point and more chicken dinner. But 23, almost 24 minutes is over. 2 teams, 7 players, 14 finishes point are being done. Some amazing smoke paths, artificial cover are being created. Let's see what will be the results. Will that make any changes? She's still trying to get those finishes points. Some Molotov and some grenade are being postulated from both of the side, are being exchanged from both of the side, but still it's not making any type of connection. Last, I think a 7 meter inside the zone, you have last 5 seconds as well to get inside the zone. It's going to be very much difficult, and there comes the airdrop. This will give a shelter to Ashi, but moving forward inside the smoke can cause a lot of trouble. But finally she'll get that opening knock. Some amazing picks have been done. Ashi is barely surviving those 3 HP. It almost looks like a luck HP where she's surviving on 1 HP. Her first has been popped out, and moving forward with that MP45 is always a chance. Finishing, getting those finishes point is not good. She should go for that clutch. She should go for that 1v2. Is it possible at this time? Almost looking like a 1v3, and if that revival took place, this is going to be very much difficult. And finally she's going for the third one, trying to get some more finishes point. No, it's not going to be that easy. Team Liquid 5 eSports will lose this match, and team Ari, they will get that winner chicken dinner with almost 11 finishes point to their favor. And this is what we're talking about, an amazing entertaining match of the day. Well, the second match was totally mesmerizing to watch out, but this is not it, guys. This is just the start. One more match is remaining down the line. I'll request each and everyone to please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream. We'll take a short break and we'll meet you after a short break. Till then, stay tuned and keep supporting us. Okay, so well, ladies and gentlemen, finally here we are coming with the last match of the day. But what we talk about the last match, which was of Miramar, that was totally fantastic to watch out and to cast as well. But similarly, if we talk about this match, well, the fly path doesn't matter in Sanhok a lot because you can travel anywhere you want in the particular map. But we talk about the drop clashes, boot camp. This is a region to worry out. Always a region to worry out and always a region to see out. Team INT, Ravan, Hardlaka, Rohafa, and Pika, all of them are 4 men standing. In front of them, it's Team MST. They're also 4 men standing. I think if we talk about Shazdi, she has been taken down. An easy revival could also take place very instantly. 18 teams, 71 players, 1.5 minutes is almost over. Let's see how will the players, let's see how will the teams perform out and what will be their results as well. But 1.5 minutes, 3 minutes is almost getting over. Talking about Camp Alpha region, which is totally inside the zone, which is totally holding a great approach, which is totally holding a great progression to move forward with what will be their upstandings, what will be their momentums, and what will be their challenges as well. But on to the other end, if we talk about the eastern parts of the region is also looking very much challenging. MEOW, Baby, Luna, Luffy, and Bunny is still standing on 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point, and a correct progression and a correct aggression could be seen here right now. But similarly onto those zone central parts of the region, INT, Kurapika, Hardluck, Rohafa has been progressed out. 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. In front of them is Team MST. They're also 4 men standing. Berry, Shazdi, Hazel, and Steffi, all of them looking with a great hold. All of them are looking with a great progression onto the hold. But talking about the eastern parts of the region, well, 4L, KWT, Salma, Jana, and Nazma, well, they are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. But if we talk about the Pi9 region, Pi9 is also a very entertaining region to look forward with. The team S2G, they are almost 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. On top to 18 teams, top 71 alive players, and let's see what will be the result of this particular match, because Sanhok is all about those heal battles, all about those those campings, all about those progression, all about those surprises, those bushes, those rocks, full of those cluster and chaos. But right now team 4L is still waiting on. In front of them it's team NLZ. Let's see how will they perform. Similarly onto the other end, if we talk about other teams, similarly onto the other end, if we talk about other players, they're also taking a great hold. Team 4L, KL Rahul, I'm sorry, it's 4L Nazma, she is also waiting down. And similarly within a snap, Nazma and KWT has been taken down. Salma and Jana, the last 2 players standing. Let's see what will be the results, what will the momentum. Kampong is still a region to worry out, where we could see multiple drop clashes, multiple rotation clashes. Team I8, Sana, Buama, Blind, and Star Kid, they are also looking in a great hold. They're also in a great progression to move forward with 4 men standing. Team I8 with those 0 finishes point, they're almost on top 18 teams, top 65 alive players. But talking about boot camp, well, there you go. Team INT will finally win this fight, will finally get those position right now, right in the right position to take on 17 teams. 65 players are still standing down the line with those 0 finishes point. 4.5 minutes is almost over. But Liquid 5 eSports, Catalan, Ashi, MEOW, and Fury, all of them are standing right now with those 4 men standing advantage, but they haven't secured any finish point, going with that slow and steady approach. Last match they of course missed the winner chicken dinner, but this match they'll try their level best to get that winner chicken dinner into their favor, and step ahead and take some experiments, do some experiments, and get some amazing results. Well, similarly on to the other end, if we talk about the other regions, if we talk about the other progression, western parts of the region is also looking very much chaotically. It's RE, Mia, Logica, Sonia, and Leoral CHI. They're also four men standing with those zero finishes point. They're almost on top 17 teams, top 65 alive players. 5.5 minutes is almost over. Let's see how will they perform. Let's see what will be the results. Let's see what will be the progression. Shami is the region to worry out. Shami is the region to challenge out. Talking about the zone central parts of the region, Humble, Kiki, Megam, Sophia, and Eros, I think, is the region where we can see a multiple drop clashes. A scenario of 4v4 is developed out. A scenario of 4v4 is engaged out. 17 teams, 65 alive players are still down the line. 6.5 minutes is almost over. Talking about team number 14. They're also looking a great hole to approach out. They're also looking a great hole to maintain out. But talking about the southern parts of the region, this is also a region to worry out. TM, Jacqueline, Play Soya, Mafias, Daisy. They're still standing out. And let's see how will they perform out. I don't think it's gonna be that much easy for the teams. It's gonna be that much easy for the players. How to maintain the progression, how to maintain the holdings. But onto the another end, if we talk about Team I8. This is also looking very much challenging. This is also looking very much chaotic for the team number 14. Well, they've almost secured those 4 finishes point, and let's see what will be the approaches, what will be the momentum. But team number 7, team TEM, 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 16 teams, top 60 alive players. 7.5 minutes is almost over, but they still haven't got those opening knock, got those first blood from their side. But what we talk about those zones central parts of the region, well, team I8, Luna, Mamia, Basana, and Starkid is still waiting on. Team TEM, Daisy, Mafias, Play, Soy, all of them are very much ready to take those fights, initiate those fight. But the zone shrink is also taking place simultaneously. Players should be very much attentive. There could be anywhere surprise attack from anywhere, anybody could come. Well, I totally agree. This could be very much disturbing. This could be very much challenging for the team and very much challenging for the players as well. Let's see how will they perform out. How will they play off? I don't think it's gonna be that much crucial. I don't think it's gonna be that much easy for the team. 8.5 minutes is almost over. Talking about the zone central part, team IHC. Well, it's Rita GS, Victoria GS, Makasa GS, Inags. Well, all of them are 4 men standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 16 teams, top 59 players. And there you go, Mikasa GS has been spotted. Some amazing sprays were being taken on Team IHC. They're almost 4 men standing with that great hold and a great approach. But talking about those northeastern parts of the region, it's Al Nisa, Al Nele, Davla, and it's Yatam. All of them are 4 men standing, but still going with that slow and steady approach. In front of them, on the other area, it's ISLT, Sarina, Delfina, Zeus, Gigi, 4 men standing. They have also not got those finishes point, but it could be very much disturbing. Talking about S2G, Lena, Nenta 444, and Boni, all of them are 3 men standing with no finishes point into their favor. But the question is that after this zone shrink, how will the teams, how will the players play off, and what will be their results? Because challenges could arise at any point of the time. Challenges could be attained at any point of the momentum. Victoria GS, Mikasa, and Rita GS, all of them are still waiting, still holding up on down the line. Liquid 5, Ashi, and Catalin, MEOW, Fury, I think they are still waiting. they're still trying to get those opening knocks, to get those a starting phase of the particular area, starting phase of the particular region. But talking about team INT, well, team INT, Ravan, Hardluck, Rahofa and Kurapika, well, all of them are still 4 men standing with those 4 finishes point. But down the ground, crossing the valleys will always cause them a trouble, because after crossing the valley you will be entering around those Hatin and Camp Alpha region, which could be crucially very much challenging. Let's see how will the teams, let's see how will the players perform out. But until the other end, if we talk about those northern parts of the region, this could be very much crucial and very much challenging. 11 and a half minutes is almost over. A new zone shrink has been formed out. Similarly, Camp Alpha is still a region to worry out. Onto the other end, if we talk about S2G, Renta, 444, Elena and Booney, all of them are even standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 16 teams, top 52 alive players, and some bridge camping scenarios could also be developed. If we talk about Liquid 5 eSports, they are totally on the bridge. They are still waiting on, they're still holding on, and they're totally ready to get those finishes point. If we talk about MEOW, so you're still waiting above the bridge onto the height advantage. Catalan is down the ground. And if we talk about Team IHC, they were trying to cross, but finally they are looking in a great trouble. In front of them, if I'm not wrong, it's another team, it's S2G, where Renta 444 has been taken down. Booney and Lena are the last 2 players standing for the team. 1 finishes point has been secured. 16 teams, 54 players have been standing right down there. Engage GS and I think he's been that solo player standing. Let's see what will be the results. 12 and a half minutes is almost over. Onto the northern parts of the region, well, team INT Rahofa, he's been that solo player standing with those 4 finishes point, and I think it could be very much challenging and crucial. Well, 12 and a half minutes is almost over. And if we talk about those northwestern parts of the region, well, before Karma as well as Batikya and before Ara, I think this is going to be very much crucial. This is going to be very much challenging. 12 and a half minutes is almost over. Southern parts of the region, Liquid 5 eSports, MEOW, Ashi, all of them are waiting down the line. But the question is that the zone shrink is already taking place. Talking about Rerolia, CHI, Amai, Logika, all of them are 3 men standing, and the question is still the same, that how will they play off and what will be the results. Well, 13 teams, 40 players are still standing down the line. And if we talk about the zone shrink, well, zone is totally shifted towards those Camp Alpha region, toward those northwestern parts of the region. Liquid 5 eSports is still waiting on. Liquid 5 eSports is still going on. Catalan, Ashi, MEOW, Fury, all of them are 4 men standing with those 2 finishes point. 13 teams, 40 players are still surviving. 14 and a half minutes is almost over. Talking about the western parts of the region, is still looking very much chaotic, still looking very much challenging. Team TEM, Jocelyn, Daisy, Playsoy, Mafias are still going on. Camp Alpha, I think those height advantages, those mountain could cause any team a lot of trouble, because this region is full of those surprises. Well, 15 minutes is almost getting over, and if we talk about the rotation clashes, team number 16, team MEOW, Bunny, Luna, Fluffy, and Baby, all of them are 4-man standing with those 0 finishes point. They're almost on top 13 teams, top 39 alive players. 15 minutes, which is almost looking like a 50% of the game is over. Talking about MEOW, well, MEOW is also holding a great approach. MEOW is also holding a great progression to move forward. Liquid 5 eSports, Catalin, Ashi, MEW, and Fury, all of them are 4-man standing with those 2 finishes point to the favor. Let's see how will they perform out. Let's see what will be the results. Let's see what will be the momentum right now for the time being. But on to the other end, if I talk about ISU's GG and Serena, well, all of them are 2-man standing with those 1 finish point, and the momentum could be quite clusterized. But Liquid 5 eSports, MEW, Ashley and Catalin, they're still moving on. Luna is still waiting. Some aggressive vehicle explosion are being done, and Liquid 5 eSports, well, they're coming back in action, which was totally interpreted in the last match because they missed the Shikandinas, so they could be more lethal in this particular match. 16 to 17 minutes is almost over. We are totally moving towards the end zone of the game, but it's not gonna be that much easy. It's not gonna be that much phenomenal for any one particular team. The disturbance could tackle a high progression, tackle a high momentum. But similarly, what we talk about the western parts of the region, well, western parts of the region is still crucial. Well, it's secured by Laurel, Rogiko, and Maya. I think a 3-man standing with those 1 finish point, and difficulties could attain a lot of trouble. Difficulties could attain a lot of cluster. ISU's GG and Serena, both of them are 2-man standing with those 1 finish point. Let's see how will they play off. Eastern path is still looking very much chaotic. Luna, Samina, Star Kid, and Sana, all of them are 4-man standing, and the most important thing, they have secured 10 finishes point, which is very much great. Top 10 teams, top 28 alive players, and Luna as being the solo player standing for the team. I think it could cause a lot. It could cause a lot of trouble, and it could cause a lot of cluster. Team number 12, I think they are totally on fire to get this fight, to get this game. 17 and a half minutes is almost over. MEOW Luffy is still waiting on, is still going on, and this could cause lot of challenges. This could cause a lot of difficulties for the team. Let's see how will the teams, let's see how will the players perform out, and what will be the results. But we are almost closing to the end of the game. 9 teams, 23 players are still surviving right now, and the question could be very much difficult. The question could be very much challenging. 23 alive players, 9 teams on to the other end. But what we talk about the zone central part, Team Mafias, Daisy, Playsoi, Loisilia, I think they're towards the end area of the game, end area of the progression. But talking about RE Laurel CHI, 37 first aid still left out, and she's using that heal battle from past 5 to 6 minutes. I think almost she was playing with those 90 first aid, which is almost look like impossible. But if she gets those 37 first aid on point, I think totally she could get this match. Totally she could get top 3 position very much easily. But talking about Team I8, they have almost secured 14 finishes point. They're almost on top 8 teams, top 19 players. Talking about the southern parts of the region, TEM Joycelyn, she's been that solo player standing for the team with those 7 finishes point. 19 to 20 minutes is almost getting over. Liquid 5 eSports, they are still trying to get those finishes point. 7 finishes point has been secured by Liquid 5 eSports. Ashi has been terminated off, but still there are 3 players standing, so the hope is still alive because the man advantage which carries a lot, I think that is totally alive. A new zone formation would take place, and some backstabs could also be done by Liquid 5 eSports because team number 17 doesn't know the position. Some backstabs could also change the game. 5 teams, 11 players. If we take the average, each team will consist of 2 to 3 players, which is a very great number for the competition being right now. If we talk about Catalin, she is coming with that heal battle, and the last 4 first aid, I don't think this heal battle will work out. But onto the other end, if we talk about Ari, Laurel CHI, she is almost on top. 3 teams, and now the first straight battle, yeah, onto the end. Those heal battle will take a chance. 3 teams, 8 players. Team Liquid 5 Esports, Fury and Cataline. I'm sorry, Fury and MEOW. They both are inside the zone, and in front of them the challenge is Team I8. They're 4 men standing with those 16 finishers point, 16 maximum finishers point, which could give them a lot of trouble. Bluna is still waiting on and still holding on. 3 teams, 6 players, 20 to 20 and a half minutes is almost over. Let's see how will they play off. Sky Tokyo is still getting some grenades on point. Sky Tokyo is getting some amazing throwables onto the on point. Talking about Team I8, the total potential, the total responsibility to get the chicken dinner is in the hand of Team I8. And now Team Liquid 5 Esports can't afford to lose the chicken dinner, because the zone is in their favor, the man advantage is in their favor, and finally Fury will get that pick and get that chicken dinner. Liquid 5 Esports getting that comeback in this match with that chicken dinner almost off. 5 plus 5, 12 finishes point is secured by this team, and amazing gameplay. Last match second position with amazing finishes point. This match chicken dinner with amazing finishes point. This is what we were talking about. This is not it, guys. We'll be joining you guys tomorrow at day 3, and after that in the grand finals. Till then, keep showing your support, keep showing your love. Please do go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream, and we'll meet you tomorrow with some new amazing entertainment and some new amazing matches.